showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the North Texas Mean Green and the Baylor Bear. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, this kind of matchup is always a challenge. Coach told me bringing a team in here on the road can be hard. He said that first win has really helped settle this team in. They knew they could possibly be good, being ranked in the preseason poll, but now they're proving it on the field. He said, we've just got to do it week in and week out, and that starts today. They are taking that 1-0 mentality into every single game. Today is no different. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Bears ready to kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone. It's Meadows. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking a shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Straight ahead, it's Coleman. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Way off target there.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. They'll go to the air. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And how about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
North Texas really has it going on offense. Rashad Downs going up top. On the left side, here's Coleman. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Going to the run, it's Coleman. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Stepping to the right. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Might as well run him again. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Making the adjustment on the play. Lagway from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Trying to get started. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, North Texas. Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. From deep, it's Beal. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Quick give. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big...
Makes the catch on the left. Off and running. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Baylor. Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. On the return, it's Meadows. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. heads out onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Right back to the well. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Can they catch it? Touchdown Bears! Stealing a score on special teams. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
Your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for room, it's Coleman. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Keeping his eyes downfield. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big point.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Got it behind the line. It's Cotton. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. And the Bears moving quickly to the line. They get the completion, and that's one thing, Jesse. If you're going to get this guy on the ground, you better come in to make the tackle like you mean it.
Man, that was a heat-seeking missile coming in there. He knew he had a lot of work ahead of him with that big fella making the catch. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, a curl route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback, but he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun on third down, Lagway. Caught. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. Hand off from the shotgun. Swamped immediately.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together.
Makes the grab and room to run. Past the 20. Touchdown, Baylor! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I'm a play caller nowadays, man. I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Meadows. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together.
He's loose. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he...
Going long. Reels it in down the left side. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Flagway throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Miller. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bears!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Sends the offense out to get this drive going. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Before this 3rd down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! Finds a tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
The screen, and watch out. Brings into the open. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit.
Snags it, and he's open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Hits inside. It's Coleman. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Long way to go on second down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. Bought a little time, lets it go. Another incompletion on third down. But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. Throws it back. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Mean Green.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Makes the grab down immediately. He picks up a few.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Flagway wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Fires downfield, working the middle. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Bears come to the line in the hurry-up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the big...
Catch and stride inside the 15. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Coming out with it, it's Meadows. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage you would have gotten with a touchback. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Coleman. Buying a little time to his left. Trying to make magic with his feet. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Before they snap the ball on second down, timeout is called. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Second and long here. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Wants to throw on first. He's going to let it go. Got it inside the 10. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, looking for a man. Throws to the tight end. Out wide left, it's Clemens. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all five guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. This kick would be hard enough straight on. 57 yards. He's also on the left hash. That is no good. Couldn't find a way to draw closer. Still an 18-point hole. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with the Wyoming Cowboys, taking on the number 14 team, the Utah Utes. And it's the Cowboys with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program.
Byers on the move. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
As we check in on these top 25 matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football is.
Here's Lagway to pass. He's got him in the flat. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Making the adjustment. DJ gonna fire again. He'll get rid of it. Right side, it's Miller. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Throwing, Lagway. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Rush is on, and they got it.
And how impressed are you right now at this defensive line here early in the second half? They are getting a tremendous pass rush up front. It doesn't matter what you do in the back end, coverage-wise, blitz-wise. If those dudes up front win the one-on-ones, for any offense, it's going to be an issue. And now, David, they've got this offense backed right up against the wall.
Man, they got them backed up right where they want them. A big opportunity not only to get points for their offense in the future, but maybe get points on their defense, right? When you back them up right here, how aggressive do you want to be? Because as a play caller, I know the defense can be aggressive, which also means I can take shots and sometimes make big plays.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And listen, third down and long is such a hard spot to be in. That's where defenses want offenses, right? Like, they got them right where they want them. But there's a really nice job by the playmaker. QB got him the football, and he didn't run out of bounds. Like, he fought for every single extra yard he could. Fought, almost got to the first down marker, but now sets up a fourth down.
Has this head coach lost his mind? Does he know where the ball is on the field? He's going for it this close to his own end zone. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He'll do it himself. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking downfield to throw. Out wide right, it's Martin. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
That's pretty good zone defense, man. Zone defense means I got eyes on the quarterback, and when somebody comes into my zone, then I'm communicating with the other guy, and they pass it off and do a good job seeing the crosser, going to him, breaking on the football, getting the tackle, and now forcing the fourth down.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. Quarterback will keep it. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on fourth down.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, for not getting that fourth down.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Left side is Black. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Lagway to throw for it on 4th. He's got it, 1st down and more. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the 1st down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Lagway fires left. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make. But I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB. But it's hard to do.
Again, it's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. Almost picked off.
Man, if he doesn't drop it, there's 2 picks in 2 consecutive drives. He was in great position to make another play, just couldn't secure the catch.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Well, the good news is after that 2nd pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the 1st period of the 2nd half.
It's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the 2nd half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the 3rd quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bears!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Deep in the end zone, it's Meadows. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Hits the hole. It's Coleman. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the back. Fighting off the defender. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The corners are walked up tight. They'll run him again. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. They're 3 for 4 on 4th down in this one, and they'll try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. They tried to let him work his magic, but he is stopped well short of the 1st down.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
From the gun, the running back has it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Bears are facing 3rd and inches. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on 3rd down.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
4th down, Lagway. Fires to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears! They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Meadows. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. At the 35, he's loose. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Kill. 214 close. 214 close.
From the gun, it's Coleman. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Finds a crease at the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Great play by the defense there. Backed up in their own end. Offense trying to go jet sweep, but you see the defenders. They knew exactly who was getting the football, and they made the tackle right away.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you've got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitched down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. From the gun. Escapes the pressure to his right. Lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Hand it to the back. Trucks through the defender.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10, easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
The offense lines up at its own 14-yard line. 1st down. Motion from the back. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their first sack.
Right side, it's Black. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Pass to 6. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Right back to it. Got a little grass.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
They'll go to the counter. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. With the run on 1st and goal. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.